flavor. In cooking, it is the ultimate defining question of a dish. Does it have it or not? My name is Gaetano Arnone, and I am a chef in New York City. I've been fortunate to travel all over the world to explore and hone my craft. It was through those travels that I was able to meet some of the most amazing craftsmen, artisans, cooks, and genuinely lovely people who tell their story every day in their work. My job is to tell the story of all of the people involved in making one dish. This is Life of a Dish. As a chef in New York City, it's as easy as picking up the phone, ordering the spices I need, or running to the market and picking them off the shelf. But it wasn't always that simple. The majority of the cooking that I do has its roots in historical recipes handed down and reworked over the centuries. Adding something as simple as black pepper or nutmeg wasn't just a choice, it was a statement. As far back as ancient Rome to the height of the Renaissance, the spice trade ran through Italy, and the spice traders were the entrepreneurs of their age. They sent ships to the far reaches of the world and returned with flavors that the rich and powerful would use in their food, not just for taste, but to prove a point. The more flavor it had, the more rich and powerful you were. The exciting days of the spice ships coming into port may be over, but the job of the spice trader is still very much alive. Whenever I need that something special, that one ingredient that no one else has, or even when I'm out of ideas, I go to SOS Chefs in Manhattan's Lower East Side. There, Atef Boulaabi and her husband Adam Berkowitz run a small spice shop that they opened in 1995, long before gentrification had come to that part of NYC. Originally from Tunisia, Atef knew how connected the best spices were to great cooking. When she got to New York City, it didn't take her long to develop a reputation amongst the city's chefs as someone who understood what they needed to make their cooking stand out.
I mean, spices has been, I think, the connection between civilization, between people, between cultures. I think it's spices are the bridges between people. You know, we can use the same spices, but we're gonna completely interpret it completely different. You, your Italian way. Maybe we're gonna think alike because I'm Tunisian, you're Italian. So tomato and olive oil and that gonna come into, into consideration. But I think spices, they are really, it's an expression.
She splits her time between the shop, raising a family, and when she can, traveling around the world to get the best spices and ingredients at their source, just like the spice traders of old. I can only imagine what it must have been like tasting these herbs and, wondering what that far-off land must have been like, because,
I mean,
they didn't have
spices, even now, it's like by yourself. If you take a spice and you just smell it and you work with it, and you can really think about it, where it came from, who picked it, who, how many energy, how many hand was put in this, in a little, I love the oregano, the Italian oregano. I always think, oh my goodness, who put these things in this package? And kept them as a flower like this.
Beautiful.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, something as simple as a bouquet of oregano.
Dried it and it's, you could decorate with that. It only takes a few minutes of Atef showing me what's new for me to figure out what I want to do when I get back in the kitchen. Here's my situation. I'm trying to figure out a way to do this dish. So I need your help. I'm going with a kind of a Roman, but in that old style. There was a dish that,
you can get still in Rome, kind of in the old Jewish quarter. It was called haraimi. And it's a tomato-based sauce. It's got caraway, cumin, very Mediterranean, almost down into Africa flavors as the spice was coming through Rome. So what do you got?
I
need stuff.
I mean, when you say something like a blend with caraway, caraway for me is a very important spice. This is a blend that I make with caraway, coriander, little bit of cumin, and a little, it's called pebble, and a little bit of garlic.
That's nice.
And when you, this is nice like this, but on a hot process, you really, it will bloom, and it will work very, very well with the tomato. And so you have that, I think.
I think I'm going to use that because it's too beautiful not to get.
Yes. That, but also, you
What
know,
else you got?
I believe in the magic of pepper. You know, this pepper by far, for me, one of the best pepper. It's a wild Madagascar.
Wild Madagascar.
Yeah, and it has layers and layers of flavor.
It does.
And it can, you know, like bring that, the flavor of
Just
the
kind of get it to where I need it to be.
tomato, the caraway,
Yeah.
you know, maybe it will round it. I love that.
That's beautiful. Okay. Put that
But then,
in
I
the
mean,
cart.
but I don't know how spicy you like
I don't want
your
it to be too
food
spicy.
to
I
be
just want it to feel like I'm in
welcoming.
1200s Jewish Rome.
I am so happy, chef, that you
too.
are
See?
here and
I wasn't
you're
quite sure what
easy.
I was going to do, but now I know exactly what I'm going to do. Sometimes you just...
New York City is a great place to be a chef. We have everything we need at our fingertips. The building blocks of flavor begin with the best ingredients. Technique elevates those ingredients to the next level. But to give it that special something, you need spices. Spices are what takes a dish in the direction you want it to go. But to have a place like SOS Chefs and Atef always out there searching for unique flavors gives us the ability to give our work that something special. Like the connection between the chefs and traders of history. When you know a good spice trader, you can taste a faraway land and add to the life of a dish.
For more information about SOS Chefs, check them out at sos-chefs.com or go to lifeofadish.com. Make sure to like and subscribe so we can keep making these videos. Down below, check out the links.